So I've got Hulk 181, which is the first appearance of Wolverine, and New Mutants 98, which is the first appearance of Deadpool. Hi, this is Dave from Dad's Comic Book Channel. I'm here to continue the series of pulling out select issues from my 14,000 piece comic book collection. Today I thought I'd pull something that's timely with the upcoming release of Deadpool and Wolverine. So join me as we look through both of these issues and take a look at what the interiors of each one of these first appearances of these two major characters look like. This is Hulk 181. Came out in July of 1974. 25 cents as the price of the issue, a common price at that time. It wasn't a double issue, so it's all standard size and standard one story per issue. Red background of the action. You've got three people on the cover. Hulk, who's obviously it's his comic, Wolverine, and the Wendigo. Wendigo's an interesting character, part of the Canadian outback. He is kind of a mythical being, usually associated with someone who has done cannibalism, who gets the curse of the Wendigo. So there's a story in here about the Wendigo being this lady trying to get her brother, who is the Wendigo currently, trying to get the curse off of him, and she's trying to transfer it to the Hulk. Well, the Hulk and the Wendigo come together, and Wolverine is an agent of the Canadian government. He is part of the mix as well. So we'll take a look at what it looks like on the inside. So we've taken this out of the sleeve. You can see a little bit from the cover. It's a little bit of color fade on the top, a little bit of wear on the spine. That'll affect the grade. I'm never quite sure how much. I don't have the experience with CGC, but if I had to guess, I'm guessing this is probably going to grade out somewhere around 6 to 7. Okay, on the splash page, you see the three main characters of the story: Hulk, Wendigo, and Wolverine. And you see the artistic style of Herb Trimpe here in full display. The costume that Wolverine is wearing is similar to the one you'll see in the movie. The cowl or the mask will be different. The around the eyes will be more pronounced and the whiskers won't be there, but the whole blue, black, and yellow scheme will be very, very similar, so you'll see that. So as you see, the battle's ongoing between the three participants. Everyone's kind of battling each other, but Wolverine and Hulk do team up because Hulk believes if you're attacking his enemy, then you're his friend. So he joins with Wolverine to battle Wendigo. The story continues after they defeat Wendigo or knock him unconscious. Wolverine then comes back at the Hulk. The interesting thing here is Wolverine and Hulk have lots of experience together throughout the comics. It'd be interesting to see if they ever put Wolverine and Hulk together in a movie. That would be something that would be really cool to see and see how that would progress. I doubt if they'll do it in this next movie, but if they do, that would be something that would be a big fan service to all Marvel comic readers, because Wolverine and Hulk have been together for multiple different battles, multiple different issues. Wendigo's sister is trying to transfer the Wendigo to the Hulk to relieve the curse from her brother. But once they find that the Hulk is actually a person, as Bruce Banner, once he reverts back after being unconscious, her partner decides that he can't go through with it. This is another important part of the issue. The value stamp here is a common thing that gets cut out of a lot of issues. And luckily this one's still in place. That's an important thing and can really degrade the value of a comic if the stamp is out. You got to remember the audience for these comics at the time. I mean, they're younger kids, and these stamps were used as collectibles and also just a trade. So to have the value stamp still in there, that's an important part of any comic book's value. You see some of the old ads. So Hulk is unconscious, so he's Bruce Banner. As she's trying to move him, he does revert back into the Hulk, and he starts then to attack Wolverine, who is bound as well. Wolverine breaks free, and they start battling again. Wendigo reappears, but what we don't realize at the time is it's no longer her brother, but it's her partner. He's transferred the curse of the Wendigo to himself because he's in love with her. So Hulk and Wolverine finish their battle. The Wendigo professes his love and what he did for her, and then he escapes, and the story ends at that point. That is Hulk 181. There are some really interesting differences between early Wolverine from the comics to where I think the Wolverine in the movie is. The character in the comics was full of a lot of a mystery at the time. Before his origin was doled out over multiple issues over multiple years, there was the whole thing was nobody knew exactly where Wolverine came from, what his origin was, and where he started. From the trailers, it looks like he may be the reason why his particular world is in such trouble, and so Deadpool, even at one point in the trailers, points that out. So when we look at the Time Variance Authority, that'll be part of this, and Deadpool and Wolverine, it's probably going to be the two of them come together to save either Deadpool's world and or Wolverine's world, or maybe just totally Deadpool's world, and have Deadpool working to get Wolverine to work with him to do that. I expect to see multiple variants of Deadpool and maybe even Wolverine itself. So it'll be a fun outcome to see what we get from that. Really? So this is the cover of New Mutants 98. This came out in December of 1990. You see the price difference, dollar versus 25 cents. Also, you'll probably recognize some of the folks from the last Deadpool movie. Cable, who was the main person fighting against Deadpool, Deadpool himself, and then even Domino. So this issue itself has a lot of the different characters from the previous Deadpool movie, and I think in this next Deadpool movie as well. You see right here in the splash page the difference between this style of art and the one from Herb Trimpe in the Hulk 181. A lot more dramatic, a lot more movement, a lot more actions. Panel layouts are different as well. Look at how the issue itself is just laid out. It's not just block, block, block. There's action that goes across multiple pages. As we see Rob Liefeld's art, there's a joke. In fact, it was actually in the second movie how he can't draw feet, and if you look at the feet of the different characters, it is pretty unique. So it's always been kind of a joke, kind of a humorous output from that Littlefield can't draw feet. As we go through this, we're in the New Mutants, and New Mutants themselves were another X-Men variant, the next class of mutants. Cable at this time is the leader of the New Mutants. He's an actual son of Cyclops from the future, and he's in this panel in the Danger Room with Cannonball. As we move through this, they're practicing, and he's giving instructions on what he thinks Cannonball needs to be a better player. This is a different part of the story where we see Sunspot's dad actually being poisoned, and that'll come in a future issue. This is where Deadpool first appears. So this is the first appearance of Deadpool. A big style change of the big style part of the 90s was this whole things on pockets, swords, and other aspects. And this is Deadpool's like the conglomeration of all those different things. But it's also known as a merc with a mouth, and that is definitely being played out by Ryan Reynolds in the movies. And he had to fight hard for this character but the first appearance of Deadpool in the movies, the actual character itself, the mouth is taken away, and that's just a disservice to this character because Merc with a mouth is definitely appropriate. So Deadpool is a mercenary trying to take in Cable. He's fighting Cannonball and Cable here, and we see different aspects of this character. You see the black and the red on the costume. And then he's got him in a bad position, and then Domino comes in and attacks him from behind, and she's the one who actually saves the day. Domino and Cable have a history here. You can see it from some of the back and forth. And this is where it all started for Deadpool. After this, he's had multiple iterations of his own comics, multiple appearances in team-up comics. So this cover is much cleaner, much sharper in brightness, and much crisper. There's no issues with the spine, no fading of the color. So this one will be closer to near mid. It's going to be in the 9s. I just don't know exactly what kind of issues that they may find with this. So this could be anywhere from, say, a 9.2 to 9.4 to maybe even, the best grade that you can usually hope to get in a near mint issue is 9.8. There's no issues with the interiors. no issues with the cover. So this one is a very good chance to get a very good grade, and has great value in it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what grade we get on this one. So we are going to be looking at more of these issues. If you have specific ones that you think would be good for C, first issues, ones that tie to specific movies, send those to me. Like and subscribe and send me a comment. Look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day, and this is Dave from Dad's Comic Book Channel.